So here we are, Montana, and we found the ranch. It took us quite a few days to get here. We had a quick stop in Iowa to visit family. And along the way we found a prairie dog town. We went to the Badlands and Mount Rushmore. The kids were so excited to be in Montana. This ranch has thousands of acres. Doug got permission to hunt here in advance from the landowners, a widow and her sons.
We're here.
They even let us park our camper by them, which was so kind. So it was Sunday. We asked the ranchers where we could find a church. The nearest town is a pretty far drive, but they had a little church there. It's one of our favorite things to do is to find a little church to worship at while we are on vacation.
And our dirty van fits right in with everybody else's dirty vans.
We met so many nice people here. One family even invited us to come to their house the next day for a meal and horseback riding. What hospitality! It was amazing. The rest of the day, we played games in the camper while Doug went out looking for some good hunting spots.
You don't want to get all over. One, two, three, four, five. Two fives in a row.
Sunday dinner was just beef roast in the Instant Pot with some potatoes. Bright and early the next morning, or it should probably be said dark and early the next morning, Gabe and Doug left to go hunting.
Is it still snowing? Really windy? Yikes. Hi! See what happened during your school?
I wasn't very successful in trying to get them to school on vacation, even though we brought all our school books. So we were just waiting around the camper, waiting for our new friends to come and pick us up. Because it was such a long way out to their house on dirt roads, they told us that they would stop in and we could follow them there so we didn't get lost.
Heat up the water on the stove.
Oh, the things we have to do when we can't hook up water to the camper because it's too cold outside.
The parrot dog wants to do it.
Here he comes. Wow! Hey, Leah, careful! Is she hitting you too hard? Yeah, that would be that.
So after we rode around the yard for a little while, the older girls headed out for a real ride on the prairie. I went inside and had a nice conversation with their mom while the little girls played together. You know, I've heard of Southern hospitality being a thing, but Western hospitality should be as well. For sure. The meal they served us was so delicious. It was meatloaf, oven potatoes, home canned beans, and more. It was so good. It was such a blessing to get to know this family and experience their way of life for an afternoon. We will never forget the fun and fellowship that we had this day. Off we go on a mini road trip to Devil's Tower while Doug hunts. It sure is pretty out here in the middle of nowhere, so remote. We had quite a few hours to drive there and back, and it was over the state line into Wyoming. There was only one gas station along the way. It was either get gas then or gas can later. They had old-fashioned pumps at the gas station, and the lady behind the counter was holding her baby, which I thought was the sweetest thing ever. I wish I saw that more often. Brr, the wind chill was like in the teens for sure. Woo, there it is!
Morning.
It's cold.
It is cold. What? Doug said 8 degrees probably.
Yeah.
It was super cold and crisp out this morning, but the beauty surrounds. Road trip to Medicine Rocks. Speed limit is 65 on these roads, but you never get anywhere if you went that slow. The locals all seem to go 80. The Denison Rocks was really neat. It's just amazing. These rocks are just so out of place with nothing like it all the way around them. They say that Indian hunting parties would gather here at times, long ago. While we were here, we got a message from Doug saying that he got a mule deer. We were so happy for him. We all couldn't wait to go back and see him, but it was dark before he got back to the camper. I wish Doug had filmed more when he went hunting, but he did get this short clip of him pestering a porcupine. It was a snowy one the next day. We hung out by the camper, packing up and getting ready to head home. Doug had a big job to get all the venison off the bones. You're not allowed to take the bones back into Michigan, so he has to debone everything and package it all up. The dog there at the ranch was such a nice one. She was like always cowering up to us wanting to be pet, so we nicknamed her Cowerly. The girls wrote about the vacation in their journals, and we just kind of hung out in the camper and the girls played, and just waiting for Doug to finish up the deer so we could head on out. I made venison in the Instapot for lunch. It was really easy to do while we were waiting around. I took the Instapot outside when it was time to release the pressure so it didn't steam up the whole camper. We have to wipe out the windows all the time anyway. I didn't need the extra moisture in there. How's that venison?
Very good.
Very good?
Very, very good.
No worries, we also had carrot sticks and hummus. I try to make sure they get their veggies every day. Heading out. 1:30 in the afternoon probably, and we were getting on the road. Before we even left Montana and getting into North Dakota, the weather wasn't pleasant, no. We carried on, but as soon as it got dark, we had to stop. We just found a Walmart parking lot and parked in. It was like 0 degrees that night, but thankfully our generator kept the heat going great. The next day, it was 16 long hours of driving. North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan. But we made it home safely, praise the Lord. Home sweet home. Sure felt like we left in the fall and came home in the winter though. The snow followed us home. The kids were so excited to go sledding the first day back. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really just had such a nice vacation. Definitely made so many memories we'll never forget. It was so fun to go along with Doug and share in his excitement when he got his deer.